Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. How is everybody doing today? It is Friday, and yes, we have a little bit of a mod pack update. Mr. Fireworks! Wow, thank you very much for the 100 bits. And yes, I seem we have a stream anniversary going on today. And we all know who that is. Mr. Shawnee is in the house. Thank you very much for the sound alert there. And hello, Mr. Wheels. Obviously, if you guys are not following Mr. Fireworks or Mr. Wheels, make sure to click on their links, give them a follow. So I'm just starting up a new save game. And I'll run through... Actually, I wanted to check something first. Oh, Mr. Shawnee, thank you very much for the 100 biddies as well. Please say it's in here. Yes, okay. Oh, I had a weird heart attack. Went on to my other save game that I had already with like the vodka factory down. Went onto it and it wasn't even there. It's like, what the heck? It was activated, but for some reason it wasn't shown. So, yes. Thank you, Mr. Sim Game Matt. Thank you. Thank you. How's it going? And hello, Mr. Hectate. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And so, yes. Actually, I might as well throw this in chat as well. I'm going to congratulate myself on my own stream anniversary. I think it's around about it's either 4 or 5 years, I can't remember. I think it's about 5 now, so yes. Hey Dan Soul, how you doing? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I feel like a really old timer. And hello. Yeah, hopefully everyone is having a great day so far. So, quick run through. There is a little update 4 coming for you guys today. So, I'll put the link in chat in a minute, but I want to cover everything that's in there. I try and show up for my own streams. Yeah, exactly. I like to try and miss my own, personally. So, what is new this week for you guys to enjoy? So, we do have... Let me get back in the game. There we go. So, we have the beehive. So, the single one there. We got the bee farm there. Plus the hive production. That is in-game, as you can see. Warning and error free. I've already tested these, so don't need to worry about them. I've actually got them down on my save game on Judith Planes already. So, yep, works fine. So, that is new. The next thing is Borden Dairy is back. Slightly smaller version than the PV one. But it's good. I've been absent a few times. I think we know that. Oh, talking about being absent. I don't know how many people tuned into Casket Man 20 last night, or his last stream. Obviously, he's playing Judith Plains as well. And he actually had a hired helper heading to one of the fields to do some harvesting. And he actually tabbed over to it because it said it was stuck. And guess what it was? It had basically done a Mr. Wheels. Yes, it ended for somehow... We don't know how, but it ended up in a tree. So it's not just Mr. Wheels doing it. It seems to be becoming a trend that even the AI are doing it as well. But yes, welcome in, Mr. Firemarks. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome. Yes, that is definitely a talent that seems to be spreading. So anyway, so back to what is coming in the pack this week. Obviously, you can add this into your existing one. So we got the bee farms there. They're coming. We have obviously Borden Dairy coming. Just looking down my list, we have obviously the smaller Campbells. There we go. That is coming for you guys. I know a couple of you guys already got it for testing purposes. We have the candle and soap right there. Look at that. Nice. Let's get rid of that. So that is back. Also, we do have obviously the charcoal factory. Their essential oils factory. I'm running out of space. Let's come over here a sec. Here we go. So, I need more money. Hang on, I need more money and I need more land. Something like that. Do and let's buy this because I like this area over here. Yes, that's a good one. Right, so there, buy, just want to make sure, there, buy, and we'll buy that as well. Right then. Let's get it out of this side here. So yeah, all of that over there is coming so far. There is more, by the way. There is a lot more coming. There is a total of, I think it's 14 mods, either new or being updated this week. Right then, so, yeah, so here we go. So, the Essential Oil Factory, obviously this is going to do all your base game oils. Oh, hello. I might have to do that fix on there. There's a distance texture for the old sign. Oops. Got to do that, might do that quickly. Anyway, carrying on. Obviously, we got the Glass Factory coming back with a new edition. Obviously, the other day, Mr. Farmer Marks was talking about the Glass Factory and says, what about adding in coal for like the, I can't think what's called, the smelting or the melting or the rendering, whatever it is. And I thought, that's a pretty good idea. So, coal has been added in. Obviously, we do have sand in there already. Now, obviously, you are going to need mines for these. So, what I've done is I've set up 4 new mine shafts. So, first of all, we have Sandy's Sand Mine Shaft. We have Salty's Salt Mine. We have Stoner's Stone Mine. And we have Coal's Coal Mine. All basically the same model, but obviously it's just gone through, retextured them, given new the logos and stuff. They all pump out at a different rate. Some are a lot quicker than others, but they should keep you going for quite some time. But you will need these if you're going to use the Glass Factory and some of the other factories later on. Maybe we'll see. Obviously, salt is going to be going into Campbell's at the minute. Obviously, sand and the coal can go into obviously the Glass Factory. Your stone is basically the same as the like the stone dredge and stuff like that, but this is like a mine shaft, just placeable, where you can pick up your stones for your crushers and such. So that is coming. We have, or I've added in, because obviously having certain things now in place, the herbicide maker, as well as the liquid fertilizer maker. Where are we? There. What else? What else was it? I think it was the winery is also a new one. So the winery off of the PV maps, that is back. Also, all these final products that are being placed down also will output containers. Obviously, you will need to need to add in the metal for the containers and store the pallet side things. I think that's all the new ones. Obviously, Domino's, the sugar mill, is getting a bit of an update. I've added in the maple product in to make the maple syrup. It should be sap, but yeah, for some weird reason I said syrup, maple. Also, ethanol has now been officially added in and will register into any map when using this. Obviously, Judith Plains has it already built in, so it's entirely up to you. But that is getting an update this week. And the grain mill that I put out was last week. It's getting a little bit of an update just to remove it from showing in the missions contracts and stuff. Obviously, that was set up the same. It didn't have it in the sell point, so any missions it wanted, like sugar beets or sugar cane, were all going to there. Don't want that happening. So that is coming. Now, obviously, because we've got the Glass Factory now, I've also gone in and done an update for the Pickle Factory to utilize the jars that come out of the Glass Factory. So, yeah. Hey, Green Thumb. Thank you very, very much for that. Much appreciated. And Mr. KW, welcome in as well, and thank you as well. And a big thanks to, obviously, Mr. Green Thumb for being a moderator for 30 months. Holy craps. Yes, wow. So I think that is everything I've done this week so far. I did take a little bit of a break yesterday, kind of. I think that's everything. Yeah, so just a few things. Just a few things, I will say. So, yes. Let's tap back over here so I can actually show you everything. So, if you haven't seen any of these, so same as on the PV maps, you can have your beehives here. Obviously, just remember these will not affect the crops in any way yield-wise. These are solely for making extra honey, plus the wax which goes into making the candles in the candle and soaps. So exactly the same as what they were previously. Obviously, you're going to need to create the bees, or the beehive, should say, from here. I did remove the glue for the minute. Who knows? Maybe in the future, if people want it back, I could add it into a glue factory, which means I'm going to need to get resin into the sawmills. Yeah. It's like, ugh. That's how long you've been known of the SGA 30 months? Yeah. So it's a good anniversary. It is a very good anniversary to remember. It's a big one. But a big, huge thanks to all you guys for the congratulations. Yes, I can't believe it. It's been a long old time. Did you get a chance to test the tree? No, I know Farmer Marks is using it. And I don't know if he's actually had much of an improvement. To be honest, now that they're actually growing, I'm fine with it. That was just getting to that first stage. Just seems to be taking a long time compared to how they were on like PV Rivers Remastered, for example. So now that they're actually officially growing on my Judith Plains map, I'm happy. I just needed to wait that it was literally a few hours. Did you notice that on Wednesday stream? It was literally a few hours and they popped up. It's like, really? But yeah, thank you anyway for sending it. If I do decide I want faster growing trees, I might add it in. What's with all the teepees? What teepees? They're beehives. That's the old PV beehives. This is what you're on about. We got a single tin one, so if you want just to plop one down here, there, and everywhere, you can do. But this is obviously the main one most people will probably go for, which outputs a little bit faster. So yeah, that is coming. Same as before. Obviously, board and dairy, like I said the other day. Obviously, over here by the silos is where you unload all of your milk. So your milk, your buffalo milk, your goat milk goes into this trigger. Everything else will go into that trigger. And I never actually updated that to add the goat milk. Once you got all the products in that you want, and then you've got products being produced, you can come around the back here. You got your pallet spawning area. Obviously, this will only do pallets, by the way. It won't do containers. But if we come into here, this will do all your base game stuff, including obviously your cocoa powder. So if you need cocoa powder for a factory, for example, you can get it in here now. So Boomhauer's coffee factory should now work if you want to use that on another map. Eggnog I've left in here for now, so you can still make your eggnog, and obviously you got your sour cream there, and I think that was all of it. I can't remember what else was new in there, but yeah, that's the new board and dairy. Obviously, all I did, like I said the other day, I've used that central building from the original and got rid of all the rest, simplified it. What have you listed your containers under for sell points? Same as pallets. Whatever the main product sells at, the containers will sell at the same place. Plus, you will get a little bit extra for selling it via container. So, for example, if we come into here, final product might be a juice, for example. So, say for instance, the cranberry juice. You got a container of that full. If you just come to the cranberry juice selling, obviously on here we got the farmers market, Goldcrest Valley. I'm not sure if it will take it there. You could give it a try if there's a train on your maps for selling wise. I don't know if it will, depending on whether there's a pallet trigger added. Should be able to. Obviously, restaurant and small farm kiosk can take the containers seemingly. But yeah, anything that shows in here for the main product, any of the containers will get converted into that same sell point. Carrying on. So, candle and soap. So, you're going to need, obviously, the wax from the beehives. Hence why I've brought this over. Obviously, unloading is still in the middle here. Pallet spawning over there at the back. Round the front here. We still have, by the front door, obviously, our player trigger. Hey, Mr. Jers, thank you very, very much. So in here, you'll be able to make your coconut candles, your coconut soap, your plum candles, rosemary candles, and sunflower candles. Obviously, the candles themselves are primarily palletized for selling. The coconut soap will go into, I think it's the herbicide making? One of the two. Something like that. It's either the herbicide or the liquid fertilizer, but yes. So, yeah, so all those products in the orchards and stuff, you can start getting use out of them. Also, because obviously bringing over the herbicide maker and the liquid fert maker, had to do the charcoal factory, because obviously you get charcoal, you get lye, both of those products go into either the herbicide or the liquid fert. So it's exactly the same as it is on the PV maps. Wood chips down here, pallets around the back, water down the far side, and I did go through with the trigger and made it a little bit smaller and more centralized with the building. Like it will now double stack, possibly even 3 times stack, or even 4, depending on the size of the pallet that you've got spawning out. So yes, that's kind of good. That's that. And obviously Campbell's being the big one. I know a lot of people wanted Campbell's back, so Campbell's is back. Obviously, if we come into here, there's a whole lot of products in here. Now, with Campbell's, you will need JD Fans Butcher for 3 of the meat products. You're going to need chicken fillets, you're going to need mutton, and you're going to need ham. If anybody does want the link, let me know. I will grab it for you. But obviously, when you load this in, you are going to need it, because otherwise it's going to throw field type warnings for those 3 meats. Actually, while I think about it, let me find the link for you guys quickly. Where are you? There. So if anybody wants to grab it, there is JD Fans Butcher. What I'll do is I'll make a full comment with the link for that and the updates and stuff in a minute. Just want to go through everything. So yeah, you can see that it does take a lot of products. A lot of products. That is for sure. Obviously, I've ended up adding in the chicken and rice, the pea and ham, and the Scotch broth as meat soups. Obviously, you still have obviously all the, was it the 11 original veggie ones that Mr. Dashnet added in for Rivers. So they're all there anyway. But yes, and obviously, if you keep the pallets stored in the factory, you can turn them into containers along with the metal. And like I said, all these factories that have the containers will have at least 1 million litres just for the container storage. So you can literally keep it just going and going and going. Obviously, all you have to do is then keep up with the products going in. But if you get a bit strapped, you can always spawn a container out and sell it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's a really good building. I do just want to actually have a little look at something quickly before. Actually, I'll leave it for the minute because it's not really visible unless it's at a distance. Right, the next thing was, let me jump over to it, is the essential oil. So this is a building that was on the Asian map, Bhutan Bhutai. It's actually the original oil factory from there. I went through, did a little bit of retexturing in places. Wanted to keep it simple. Obviously, somewhere in here, I did go through and create a new PV Oils logo sign for it. So there it is right there. Look at that, looks good. It's a little bit stretched, but it is what it is. But yeah, I was even able to get it to go on to the old silos as well. But yeah, this will do all your base game oils, plus any PV ones as well. Obviously, unloading in there. Round the back here is where your pallets spawn. And then over by this door here is obviously your player trigger to go into the menu. So obviously, this will do your canola oil, coconut oil, corn oil, mint oil, olive oil, plum oil, rice oil, both the long and the normal rice, like the base game stuff, rosemary oil, soybean oil, and sunflower oil. So just a few. And obviously these will spawn out in pallets. There's no container versions of them, but hopefully we'll be able to get some of these put into some of the other productions along the way. So yes, isn't that cool? So anyway, let's crack on quickly. So next thing is obviously the glass factory, similar as the PV one. So obviously sand goes into here. Obviously you're going to need to have your mine down, your Sandy's sand mine to get your sand, and obviously Cole's coal mine. Obviously I have tested these. These work very well. I did change the trigger to around this side to make it a little bit easier for... No, I haven't got lavender. That's why. And there's not lavender in the base game. So no. Come on, Mr. Farmer Marks. If you want lavender in it, you go ahead and edit it to add the lavender. Oh. Anyway, so this is obviously where your palletized products go into. So your boards and your pallets go into there. Then obviously, like previously, obviously around the corner here will be where all your pallets and stuff spawn out. Obviously, like I said, I moved the trigger to access your menu right here. Obviously, if you're spawning things out, then you're not having to run far away. I also went through and fixed these textures. They're a little bit more sharp than they were, but it's fine. It's fine. You can still see through them. They've got the colour on them, so obviously if you remember the other day, it had that little texture error, the 246 whatever it is on them. That's now been fixed. So yes. So it's getting there. It's slowly getting there. Obviously the window panes, they just get sold off. Obviously maybe eventually we'll find a use for the actual glass themselves. But right now, obviously, you can use the glass jars in the candle and soap factory and the pickle factory. But yes. Anyway, if you want to use these, obviously, we've got the herbicide maker. Obviously, charcoal, coconut soap, vinegar, water. You've got all that in the pack. Done. Simple. Obviously, you can spawn pallets at the back if you want, but also if you actually drive your tractor or your vehicle into here, you can fill direct. Same with the liquid fert. And obviously, your liquid fert maker here takes your charcoal, solid fertilizer, and water. Oh, excuse me, and water. Do apologise. He's from Canada. They want it all. Yes. And that's probably the reason he had to restart a new save game, because he broke his... Oops. Was that a secret? I apologise. Anyway, carrying on. Obviously, the wine cellar. So, obviously, Davidson's wine cellar. Exactly the same as before. Obviously, the only difference is this will also now output the container form. Oh, so... You got your wine and your wine container. Obviously, you got to make your wine first, and then add in metal to make your container. Eggs is simple, very simple. Barrels, grapes, metal, pallets, sugar, wine, yeast. It's all there. Obviously, barrels you can make from the barrel factory that's in the base game. Grapes, obviously, if you got a cheaty mod like a greenhouse, you can get it there, or you can put the grapes down. Harvest them yourself. Metal from obviously my ironworks off of Silver Run. Pallets from the pallet factory. Sugar from the sugar factory. So on and so forth. Same with the yeast. So yeah, simple. And obviously pallets will spawn in the back. You unload it at the front. So made it a little bit easier, I think, because obviously having the pallet spawning behind makes life a little bit easier. Obviously, if you're spawning a pallet out, just be careful you don't load it into the trigger. That's the only thing I will say. Right then, carrying on, obviously, update to Domino's for those who have it. Obviously, if I come into here, obviously, maple sap, or maple syrup, should say, is now in here. Obviously, you're going to need to get your maples. I should rename that to maple syrup, or maple sap. But you get your maple, bring it here from the orchards, and you can make your maple syrup. Simple one. You lose a little bit for refining, but yeah, you know what it is. But also what I did, now with some of these, you have, for those who've got it already, some of these recipes on the alternate Judith Plains edited version, it has ethanol. I actually went through and created my own ethanol palette, so I'm actually registering ethanol with this factory now, so it can work on any map at all. So if I actually throw in a little bit of something in here to get it up and running, just to show you the trigger itself, we'll fill that up, we'll fill that up, we'll fill that up, bit of water, bit of maple, do a little bit of molasses. There you go, a little bit of everything there. I think I've got everything, I don't know. Let's see, if I can get some sugar going, because that'll give me a little bit of... did I do sugar? Oh yeah, I did a little bit of everything, so that should really crack it on. Right, it's already pumping away. Obviously now, one thing I did do is reduce the amount of ethanol being produced in each of the recipes. Obviously, while this is plodding on, I'll just explain this. Obviously, in the XML, it's like 365 cycles per hour. So I dropped it to like 0.1, as you can see right here, per hour. So it should be a lot less than what it was. So just bear that in mind. Now, actually, we do have enough to at least spawn each of the pallets. So that it's same as what they've used on Judith Plains, but I went through, I grabbed the liquid fertilizer tank from the base game, did a little bit of working. I even left a little icon on there, and give it a nice new ethanol logo on there. Might change it up later on, I don't know, but we'll see. But that's that. Obviously, you still do all your other fantastic things. Now, I should be able to now spawn one of these guys out. So, same as PB Rivers and all that. Obviously, that's only a partial palette, but obviously you can get an idea of what it's going to look like. So, yeah, you got your maple sap now, or your maple syrup. So, I think we're going to need to get like pancakes and stuff like that being made. Also, that will do yeast in there as well if you need the yeast for like the brewery and stuff. But yeah, so carrying on, obviously we're going to crack on quickly. So look at this, just from putting them down, they're practically full already. That's quite slow. So Sandy's Sand Mine being the first one for getting your sand. We have Salty's Salt Mine. I was trying to get I was trying to think of a name to give each mine that kind of represented what comes out of it. So sandy, obviously sand, salty, salt, coal, coals, stoner, stone. So it kept it very similar and funny. So yeah, we've got salty salt mine here, obviously for your salts. Not to get confused with rock salt or any other salts. This is just plain old salt. Obviously, like I said earlier, obviously this is your stone mine I've added in. So rather than using like a dredge or your debris crusher, you could literally put this down if you wanted to get your stones out. And it does pump out a fair bit. Actually, I might have upped that one a little bit too much. Just saying. I like them. And then finally, the coal one. So we got coal coming out of Coal's coal mine. The other problem is the texture on the building for this one and the stone one are very similar. So you'll have to make sure to check the name. It's cool, isn't it? I like it. I like it. Right, so carry on. So update to the pickle factory. Just a simple little edit. Let me just make sure I did put it in here. Yep, glass jars are now in here. So each of your recipes is going to need some glass jars from the glass factory to make. So that was a little simple one. Done. Then obviously finally nothing really big on an update on this guy, the grain mill. It was just to remove it from showing in the contracts menu. So yes, isn't that cool? Now, ooh, that's a few things. Now, just a quick one. Also, I noticed it a minute ago when I was putting it down. That is an issue. Let me just quickly sort that out before putting that out. Oils, essential oils there. And then you guys can have the update. Now, obviously, if you are getting these today, remember you'll also need to have the original mod pack to add it into. So, let's go to desktop if you stop playing for the minute. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. So, come into the essential oils. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a pain in the back of my neck from being on the computer so much recently. It's not good. I need to take a break. Right, so somewhere on this... Oh, stop it. I hate when this does it. Behave. Behave. My mouse has a mind of its own. There. You can see it right there. There's one right there. There's another one on... I think it's one of the other buildings there. It's actually a distance texture issue. Visual, I should say. So if we come into here, I think it's under that one. LD1. I did not remove the sign mount, so that. See, I'm literally just holding down my right mouse button on there, and it's drifting across. It's annoying. Right, so let's get rid of you. And see, there's one still showing there. Let's see. Company sign there. And if I remember rightly, I think it's actually joined onto this one here. Might have to just do a quick reload in just a sec. Let me shove that across there. We'll save that. Let me save this. And I've just got to shave and shut down briefly. There we go. Let's close that down. I need to delete the zipped copy. Can't do it while the game's running, so... There we go. Where are you? Where'd you go? There. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, don't you just hate when there's one last thing at the last moment that seems to pop up? I was also kind of thinking, with the glass factory, what I might do at some point is look into getting maybe some bottles. If I can find a nice see-through bottle, we could set up the glass factory to make pallets of bottles that you take to like the we could take to like the whiskey factory, the vodka factory, stuff like that. and add that into the recipes. I think that might be a nice idea. We'll see. We shall see. But yes, it's definitely been a busy week. And what I will finally say is we finally got our shower room / wet room completed yesterday morning. Last night was a bliss, I swear. What, a week and a half, maybe close to 2 weeks, without having an actual shower. Oh, it was so nice to actually get into the shower last night and just stand there and get like a deep clean. That was nice. Right, let's have a little look at this. Let's have a look. So, go up a little bit. So we should be obviously out of the distance. We shouldn't see that now. That is definitely gone from that building. And I think it was on that building there as well. Just above where the sign is. I'm not seeing it there, so that is good to rock and roll. Okay. Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad for 1 week, I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, because of the two little guys there. So yeah. So that's what's coming this week for you guys, and it all should be warning and error free. Let me just double check. Here you go. We'll just scroll through quickly. Now, this should only be the 2 warnings for the meadow foliage, which is right there. There we go. That is lovely. That is the sort of log I want to see all the time for you guys and myself. So we're getting up to the mods. That's fine. Obviously, I've got a few yellows in here because there is several mods that are still unzipped that I'm working on. So, yep, that's fine. I like that. Okay. So, I think I can crash that now. Cool. And all I need to do now is quickly grab that. Because this is one I've just literally updated. We'll zip that guy up. We'll name you. We've got... That's the main one, isn't it? Yeah. So delete you. We need to update that one. And update 4. Update that. And let me just double check that I've got the right sugar mill in here as well. You should be registering syrup and ethanol. Yes, good. Cool. I did it earlier, and for some weird reason, I don't know why, but it didn't fully update correctly the sugar mill, so it wasn't registering all the products, and some got removed. It's weird. Right, let's do this. So let's copy that name there, copy, and I'll just have to do one quick update before you guys have this. So compress to zip. Right, so pop that there. Media fire. Upload you. Replace. There we go. That's going. And yeah, so far in the little the main of the whole mod pack itself is 31 items done all over what's the last. Oh, now you're asking, what's it been, a month? About a month, a little over a month that I've done. Oh, craziness. Crazy. You guys are so special. Right, copy that. Select all that. And we'll compress that a little lot as well. Shouldn't take too long. And that little update 4 is now ready for you guys to have a link, which we'll sort in just a sec. There we go, and we'll upload that and replace. There go, that's going. So, update full. Oh, helps if I do it. Hashtag full. There. And as I mentioned, you will need JD Fans Butcher Factory. Copy. JD Fans Butcher. Oh, crumbs. I didn't mean to do that. Have you ever copied and paste something twice by mistake? I just did that. There. There you go. So there you go. So the first link there is for the update. That's just a small update that you add into your existing pack. What I will do is I will throw up on Trello the full one if you need that as well. Obviously that second link, if you haven't grabbed it already, is JD Fans Butcher, which will be needed for Campbell's and possibly Wolfie's Pizza, which is going to be coming very, very soon. Right, that is uploaded. That's done, that's done, that's done. Let me close you. Let me grab that. I think I've got everything in there. And obviously, I'm just going to show you my Trello. Obviously, if anybody ever comes over to my Trello and you want to understand what's exactly in this mod pack, if you actually click on it and show more, if you actually read through, here is everything that's been added and updated date-wise. Obviously, this is using the UK date, by the way, so don't get freaked out if you don't understand. But yeah, these are how we have it. Obviously, I know you guys usually do this at the month first, then the day. But yes. But yeah, you can see it all right there. Everything that is being updated from day one. Now, the only thing I do need to do is add an attachment. And obviously, this is the full mod pack for anybody who hasn't got it already. We're going to pop that into there. Now, obviously, remember with both of the update for Unzip Me and obviously this main pack on the screen, you need to unzip it and then move all the folders within to your mod folder itself. Download here, insert, and one thing I will say is obviously remember you will need to have my BAM categorizer. Obviously, if you just click on that, it will take you to my BAM post where you can actually click on the download there to download it. I've had a few people asking, but it's right there if you ever need it. In addition, with this update, like I said, JD Fans Butcher, the link is in here as well. So all you literally have to do is click on that to get it. So make sure you read through the description fully, okay, guys? Obviously, I've already got it, so I can close that down. And you may have noticed something different as well. It may look a little bit lighter on my Trello. Do you notice? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you? Oh yes, I decided to go into ChatGPT and it generated me a new icon. Let me come here a sec. Let me hide them. Let's open this up. Is that the biggest one? I can't remember. That's the that's the biggest one there. I had to do a bit of resizing. There! That's the actual picture there. I might even put it on my desktop. I haven't decided yet. So, Billy Alpaca Modding. Obviously, I wanted something farming simulator related. Also, something that has a little bit of gaming in there as well. So, yes, a little bit of mixture of gaming and the farm sim and stuff like that. And I kind of like it. I like what it did. Now, I should have added in maybe like some dinosaurs as well from Ark, for example. Oh, that would have been fun. Anakin. That'll do, because it's primarily this. But yeah, there you go. That is the PV Oils factory, obviously generated with the AI. Yes, it was. I shrunk it down a bit, but it was that or this one. That was the other one that I found. And I don't know why, but I just went with this one. It looked a lot nicer. I like the fact that it's got different crops around that can be turned into oils and such. So, yeah, and that kind of looks like almost like a farm sim type building in the background there. I just wish that AI thing wasn't on there. Actually, what I can now do, because obviously this is technically now in the pack, you guys have it, I can come into this. Oh, I can delete this guy now. Archive. Delete. Delete. There we go. So yeah, if you want that sugar mill now, you got to go into here. Or the current pack that's been posted. But yes, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Go. Right then, there's that, there's that, there's that. Let me get that back. Get that gone. Alright, have a good one there. Enjoy a little bit of an Icarus there, Mr. Firemarks. But yeah, you may want to update the pack as well, just in case, because I did do a few tweaks today. Right then, with that being said, you guys now have the links. Also, you got JD fans there. You got the update 4 that you add to. Also, if you want the whole pack itself, go over to my Trello. I think we're done. I think we'll get in and do some playing now, eh? Can we do some playing now? What's that all? Hey, Sosa, how you doing? It's just a little update to the mod pack. That's what I've been covering for the last 50 minutes, plus doing a little tweak. So if you missed it while this is loading up, what I can do is... Oh, it's 14 items. 14. Right, let me get this loading up. Everything's there, that's fine. Go. So for anybody who has missed it and just joining, I'll see the link at the top of the chat. This is an update to my current mod pack, which is available over on my Trello. So what you'll need to do is have that first, and then this, if you've got the pack already. Also, if you're just new to it and you didn't know about this pack, you can actually go over to my Trello and get the whole pack, and including this update. But yeah, if you're just adding it into the pack itself, I'll see we've now added in bee farms, same as from PV rivers and the PV maps. We've got a version 2 of Borden Darius, a lot of slimmed down version. We've got a smaller version of the Campbell's soups. We have the Candleland soap, the charcoal factory, a new updated essential oils factory. A glass factory is in there, the herbicide maker, the liquid fertilizer maker. There's a new mining works productions, which will give you sand, salt, coal, and a stone mine. Maybe in the future we might add in the gravel, and then we can maybe do Green Thumb Farmers Treblos, the Gold Masters. That might be an idea for something later on. Shouldn't be too hard. Then we can start making gold. Oh yeah. Could add the gold into the ironworks to be smelted down into bars. Obviously, Pickle Factory had an update to add in the glass jars. Obviously, Grain Mill, like I said, was just to remove a little update to remove it from the contracts menu. And then obviously the Sugar Mill now will accept the maple from the orchards to make it to maple syrup. But in addition, it's also now registering its own ethanol into maps. So it just saves having two versions of certain factories bouncing here, there, and everywhere. If we could have it all set up, it'd be fine. It'd be good. And then obviously the final thing is obviously the winery was added in this week. But yes, if you do need the mod itself, if you haven't got it already, it is right here. All you do is click on there. You will need obviously my categorizer, but you can download it from there. You just literally click on there, and you can download the whole thing in one hit. Then all you just do is unzip it, move it into your mod folder. But just to remind you guys, one last time, for Campbell's soup, you will also need to have the JD Fans Butcher Shop. And obviously the link is right there, so you just click on that link there. Once it loads up, you can then click on the little arrow to download it, and then move that into your mod folder. So yes, oh, great fun. But yeah, my categorizer is right there. All you need to do is click on that, click on download here, as usual, and then download that, and then put that into your mod folder. But yes, so I've only now got one thing officially that's been edited specific for Judith Plains. There might be, just to give you guys a warning, a edit coming to wherever the heck it is. This thing right here. I want to have a look into the bale types on Judith Plains. Obviously, it's got clover, hay. You got alfalfa hay, and I want to see if I can get that added into this so it has the slightly bigger bale capacities, shall we say? So obviously at the minute this will do the 125 size bales at 15,000 litres, and it'll do the 150 bales at 20,000. I'll see if I can get a special edit for Judith Plains or any map that has those products in them. So yeah, so I'll see if I can get that done. I know Mr. Farmarks has been bugging me for the last week or so for that. And Thomas, welcome in, by the way, Mr. Lurker. Thank you very much for the 10 stream streak. Can the FS logistics from PV Rivers maps also be used for storage? Not at the minute, no. Not at the minute, no. And personally, these are all meant to be sized down from PV Rivers, so I'll give you guys an idea. I was thinking, if you guys did want a storage for pallets in the containers, now just remember the pallets will have a 50,000 litre capacity storage within the factory itself with pallets. Obviously, the container side is going to be 1,000,000 litres. Obviously, the containers themselves are 50,000, so you're going to be able to store at least 20 of each product, container-wise, in each factory. So bear that in mind. So do you really want another storage for the products? Entirely up to you, whether it be pallets or containers. Obviously, if you do, what I was thinking, if I go back to PV Canyon Crossing, for example, we have in here somewhere the general storage. I think it was called general storage, wasn't it? Yeah, this thing right here. This extracts you. I was thinking of using something like this guy. So if you guys remember this, let me open this up in 22's editor to make life easier. Come on, load it up, load it up. Please. Please don't crash or anything. Yeah. Here we go. So this thing right here is what I was kind of considering potentially using as a storage if you guys wanted one for pallets and stuff. Obviously, until I actually get it in on a base game map, I don't know how big it's going to be in comparison. Obviously, if I come into here, for example, because obviously all of the productions I'm doing, I'm aiming to have them within 50 by 50. So if I do 50 there by 50, so it's you can see straight away it's considerably bigger than the 50 by 50. Let's see, some are up to about 70, 75, but looking at that, you're looking at around by a placement of 90 by, I'd say maybe 60-ish. Set that to 0 sec. Yeah. Bring that in. Yeah, so it's like one of those things. Do we want to give it a try or not? I don't know. In addition, obviously, do you want it just to do pallets in the containers? It could, technically, you could add in things like liquids and stuff like that into there as well. So your herbicide, your fuel, and really make it a dog's body pallet storage. But yeah, until you get it into the actual game itself, it is a bit of a beast. That's all I can say. Let's also try to find a place to put it down and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. That one, or maybe having a look at some of the other ones. I was kind of actually thinking there was a cold storage one as well. I think if I remember rightly, it's a grey and blue colour back in 19. Might be able to update some of these, so we're using some of those other old visuals and stuff. I don't think there's anything actually physically inside there at the minute, no. Obviously in 22, also we could have the palette visuals, but I can't have them back yet because it doesn't work properly. I don't know, it depends on you. It's all up to you guys. Would you want a big storage like this? What I could do is work on it over the weekend to see what it would be like within the game. Obviously, if I can load it onto a base game map to get a rough idea of the size compared to what I've done so far. Actually, no, I can't because I can't go back, can I? Obviously, if I convert it to 25, it'll be fine. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. And obviously that's what I was thinking when I was setting up the factories this time around. Which is why I sort of set the pallets sort of 50,000, so obviously you can then convert them over to containers that have that 1,000,000 litre capacity, so you don't really need, or shouldn't need, additional storages. So it's literally up to you guys at the end of the day. I'm not personally wanting a logistics storage for pallets and containers and stuff. But if you guys want one, I could look into doing one at some point. But it's not going to be anytime soon. And obviously it will be probably set up. See, the other problem is, do you want it set up as like a general storage? Like what Giants have, or pallet storage, whatever you want to call it. Object storage, that's the one. Or do you want to be able to distribute to it and from it, stuff like that? So, yeah. It's a hard thing to think of, let's put it that way. Let me get back to gameplay, there we go. It'll be black and... Oh, there we go. Oh, what are we missing? Hang on, I know what that is. That should be fine now. There we go. I think that was the sound alerts. We've been on a different screen for so long, they didn't like it. So at the minute, no. But if anybody does want a storage, let me know and I'll see if I can set up a basic one. But yes, I think 1,000,000 litres for the containers should be fine anyway. Right, and anyway, welcome back to I was going to say PV Rivers there. To Judith Plains, Montana 4X. Finally, hey? Halfway through the stream, we're finally up here. So, I finally got through and done my signs on each of the orchards. I just used the ones off my Trello. They're a little bit bulky and beefy, but they work. I can now literally just have a look and see what's there. It's kind of good. Like I said the other day, I may actually look into the orchards and maybe these plantations to see if I can get a field type that can tip into a trailer, working with them. So now that I know how the mining materials work, I might be able to get them working as well. So what is new since the last time you... Obviously the sign's there, that's new. I've also got a new area set up. Oh, not that. Not that. Not you. Oh, I'm going to go through that in a minute. Right here. And you might recognize... Look, I've been testing them officially on here. So I've actually got one of each down. Obviously, I do have an iron ore one down as well. But that is obviously over where it is. But yes, I need to now get a slightly bigger lime station, I think, set up that outputs lime in bulk form rather than pallet form. I'm not quite sure if I've got Green Thumb Farmers one at the minute, which is nice. It's on the farm, it's being filled up at the minute. But yeah, I kind of need, I'd rather have one like what we had, kind of like the Rock Crusher on rivers. How are we doing up here anyway? Okay, so it's got about 30,000 litres so far built up, okay. Yeah, out of interest, I don't know if Green Thumb did it, if he's still watching and lurking out there. With his little lime station, does it only output pallets, or does it have a... Oh, it does have the fill trigger. Duh. Okay, good. Oh, never mind, ignore me. I should have just hit R to fill up. Yikes. So yeah, okay, let's get this set back. Let me get that over there. Which one's that? F141, okay. Oh. F141. Where did they put the additionals? Open lots. There. There. Go. Really? You can't reach it? Sure you can. You did it earlier. So I've been doing a couple of little contracts since Wednesday stream. But it's primarily just getting things finished off for the pack update today. There we go. Go. While I'm at it, let me just show you my little industrial estate that I've got going. I can't remember if I've shown you all this, but I'm just going to give you guys a quick update. So, the two fields over here, the poppy field and the peanut field, have now been ploughed and stones collected. Same with that field right there. That was the other peanut factory, or field, should say. Didn't really get much actually. I was kind of surprised from the crop, but makes sense. Obviously we've got the Borden Dairy down there. Obviously my nice little industrial estate here, number 1. It's kind of nice, and obviously like we found out, my trees are now growing. So hopefully within the next month or so, this lot here should start growing the saplings. Obviously my other little industrial estate, if we come down here. Actually I didn't have a look at this yet. I did go into the editor and remove the signs. That's better. That is a lot better. Obviously, I had that floating one right here. It's now gone. Plus the ones that on the corner. That's good. So coming into here, obviously we've got a lot of trees. I'm still working on this every now and again where I've got a bit of spare money. But also we've got the vodka factory down here with a nice little car park. So the car park kind of supplies the whole lot. But we've got the... actually, I want to see what products I've got down here. I did do some shifting around earlier. But we've got the Pepsi factory, we've got the tobacco factory and vodka. While we're here, we'll have a little look. Let's drop it back down, because this is probably what I'm going to be primarily doing, because there's not a lot to do on the farm. So we do have some cherries, water, oranges, peaches, and cranberries in here at the minute. What else can we take? I need to get some curtain rolls sorted out. So at some point I need to look into putting down, if I've got it, that is, NBC's paper factory thing. I need to get some metal brought over here. Metal, pallets. Then it's just really waiting on the potatoes. Do I not have any watermelon being made yet? Watermelon. Greenhouses. Multi-greenhouse, where are you? Watermelon is... Oh, I just need to get some salt fruit in there. Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple of things I can get working. I can get some metal being brought around to these guys. All 3 of these will need metal. I'm going to need to get some pallets brought down. I can't remember if this one does need pallets as well. This is the new Pepsi factory if you haven't seen it. There we go. there. Yeah, metal. No oh yeah, pallets as well. Quite a few. Okay. Sugar. The other one needed sugar as well, so that's fine. So there we go. So I need to do a run for pallets. We need some metal. We need some sugar. That's a good start. Metal, pallets, and sugar. What I might actually do, I was just thinking about it. Obviously, where I've got the iron ore mine, I might actually move that over to live with the 4 new ones. And then I could put down NBC's paper factory up where it is now. That's an idea. See, we need some metal in here, some carton roll, pallets. Yeah, so okay, so I think I know what I'm going to be doing now. Let's do a quick run. It's raining, so I might as well. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I know I'd like to try using it on a map if possible. Are you on about the storage there? Sorry, got sidetracked. Because I think doesn't Boomhauer still have his storages? Oh. But yes, you actually, well, with any luck, be able to actually now use Boomhauer's tobacco factory and all that on any map. There we go. Hey, Mr. Gallo, how's it going? If you guys are not following Gallo Biani Films, make sure to click on the link there. Give him a follow, guys. Oh, there we go. But yes, how is Mr. Gallo doing this fine day? There we go. Right, and let's see what we got. So I need metal, I need pallets. Let's do the pallets first, because I know I've got tons of them. Well, yes, I don't know if you're aware, Mr. Gallo, but I've been actually, for the last few weeks, going through all the PV factories and setting up to work on any map. So actually on my Trello is a full mod pack now of PV factories plus some updated versions of them. A lot of them are actually being downsized, which is kind of nice. So they're a little bit more manageable, should we say. But a lot of the products that are in there are the same as what were like on PV Rivers and back in FS22 and FS19 stuff. So if you want to use them, you're more than welcome to go over to my Trello, grab it from there. There's obviously a little update to the pack in chat. It's going good on your end. Finally leaving the house for the first call of the day. Ah, nice. Coolio. Cool. But yeah, if you guys are not following him, make sure to click on that link. Give him a follow. Now, just one thing I will say is you will need to have my categorizer, which is available on my Trello, Mr. Gallo. Because all these factories that I'm doing will be going into the Billy Alpaca category within the store. Also, with today's update, you'll need JD Fans Butcher. It is listed in the comments on my Trello, or it's actually in the little thing pinned at the top there. So yeah, Campbell's now has meat going into it. What did I want? The pallet factory, wasn't it? So I'm just working my way around my factories at the minute to get some products sorted out. So spawn goods. I have no idea how many I can get into this trailer, so I'm going to try and take as many as I can. Go. Please don't fill up the trigger. Please don't fill up the trigger. Please don't fill up the trigger. But oh, look at that, banging. 60. Oh, that's not bad actually. I didn't realize how many put in there. That is not bad. I have interest. Might even be able to get 4 more, but I think that'll be fine. 3, 6. That'll be fine. That will be fine. But yes. But yeah, a few of them are right here. So there's the Elm Creek sawmill in the background there. Obviously the pallet factory. All of them are mainly off of PV rivers or former PV maps. Obviously Silver Run, for example, I'm using their iron ore mine and the the iron works to replace crystal steel. Had to think there for a minute. Hey Buddha, how's it going? Heartland bread, considerably a lot smaller, a lot more manageable. But what I've tried to do with all of the factories is use a little bit of the original and make it into a new mod. So obviously took one of the buildings out of Heartland Bread, made it its own little factory. Obviously the new wise, obviously got a juice factory off of Rivers that I've done. And the nice thing is all of these or a lot of these final products, so the juice factory, the bread factory, stuff like that, will also output container forms of the products. It's kind of cool. I kind of got things semi-working fairly well, let's put it that way. So, but yes, how is Mr. Buddha doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Long time no see, buddy. Obviously, for those just joining, we are on, I keep wanting to say PV Rivers. It's not. This is Judith Plains Montana 4X multi-fruit map. Now, obviously, with this particular version, it does have a few of my own edits made to it. For example, the starter farm itself, all of the original buildings and stuff gone bye-bye. Oh. Also, I'm using my keyboard. This is not going to be good. Because a lot of the buildings on this map cannot be sold, so I've been slowly going through removing, and also if anybody wants a building removed, I'm pretty much removing it for them. The next ones I'm going to be probably working on is going to be the Green and Cream Farm. This one just down ahead from us. I know Mr. Farmer Marks has been wanting a couple of farms removed. So that is one on, which is Farm 4 plus Farm 5, which I think is the brown roofed one. It's a sort of browny beige colour. He wants that farm pretty much removed. I know he's done a fair bit himself. So, yes. Oh, did I need pallets in here? I can't remember. Oh, it must have been. Yep, that's fine. Sorry, just wanted to make sure. So yeah, I'm probably going to... See, personally, I don't mind having that one there at the minute. I was kind of thinking the other one, that it's brown roofed farm. I think it was Farm 5. That one, I was actually considering turning into my pig farm. So I don't know. But yeah, obviously, like I said, if anybody does want any edits, let me know. Obviously, if you own a piece of land that has a animal pen on it, for example, or a silo, fermented silo, or anything like that, grain dryer, there may be some save game edits you have to do, so bear that one in mind. Just saying. So it might be actually worthwhile selling the land first and then wait for the edit to come and then buy it back and see if they're still there. I'll have to have a look. I'm not sure. It shouldn't be. But yes. Fun and games, hey guys. Fun and games. But yeah, I know Mr. Farmer Marks himself was able to go into the green farm there, from what I understand, and was able to delete the buildings. Personally, I would have just dropped them down below the map. And I think he's actually now been able to get in and do the triggers and such, so... I did point him in the right direction, but I wasn't going to... What I'm trying to do with him as well. I don't know if he's still lurking and listening out there. I know he's doing some Icarus. But But I kind of want, if he wants something doing on here, if like removing a whole farm area, I kind of want him to get into doing it himself rather than constantly bugging myself or Green Thumb Farmer for doing it. Obviously, if I can point him in the right direction on what he needs to look for, then he should be able to go in and make the edits himself. That's what I want him to do. So I can focus on like playing the game itself, and getting these next load of factories sorted out. Right then. There we go. Right, let's spawn some more out. Did I really put 150 litre capacity on this for pallets? I am good. I am really good. I did. Look at that. Right, spawn. I think, what was it? 60 there, wasn't it? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Select. There we go. The nice thing is I've had this down and running pretty much since it was literally put down. So I've got a lot of pallets now. This is going to be the fun part, to see how quickly it refills itself. Hey, Farmer Teddy, how you doing? Thank you very, very much. Yes, it would seem I'm having a streamiversary at the minute this month, which I'm guessing is what, either my 4th or 5th year for streaming now. So yay on me. 4 to 5 years of streaming and putting up with you guys. Oh wow. I need a medal for that, I think. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yes. But aye. Joy fun, joy fun, joy fun. You wish you were home now, yeah. But yeah, like I said, Gallo, yeah, and anybody else, the fill mod pack is on my Trello. You can just grab it from there. Just remember to grab the butcher shop now, which isn't part of the pack. So there is a link over there. I might see if I can set up an individual post for it. But there's that. Plus, obviously my store categorizer. Well, oh crap. I didn't save it that time, did I? Hang on. Nope, not going to get that over. Oh, look. The radiator fan's rotating. Isn't that fun? You're not that bad. You're not that bad. There we go. And Mr. Dead Soul! Thank you very much for the concept. Oh, yes. Oh, I like that. I like Scorpion. I think out of all the Mortal Kombat characters, Scorpion is my favourite. No matter what version there is, I do like it. And I do like the one that the current guy that they've got playing Scorpion in the films at the minute. It's kind of nice. Hello, Mr. Casket Man. How you doing? Oh, I still haven't got Farmer Teddy set up with a shout out, have I? How are you doing, Mr. Casket Man? If you're not following Mr. Casket Man 20, make sure to click on his link there. Give him a follow. He is also playing a little bit of Judith Plains at the minute. He's got his own little edited version. But yeah, go over, click on the link, give him a follow. I have seen the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, yes. I definitely have seen it, and kind of shocked with certain things in there. I'm just waiting on my little shout out button to work. Come on. Come on, you can do it. It's meant to bring up everybody that's in chat, but it's not. Dang it. Straps. Let's open up the side so I can see where they are. There we go. Actually, I think I might get rid of that little forklift. It's kind of annoying there. I think we're full. So yes, Mr. Casket Man, if you weren't, I don't know if you can remember from last night, but I did mention I've started converting a lot of the old PV factories so they can actually work on any map. I've now got a mod pack up on my Trello that has, I think it's about 31 productions. They're all now set up to work on any map. So, see, I'm on Judith Plains here, and yes, they're all working. Oh, there we go.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
But I don't want to lose. I don't want to. I want to win. I want to be good. So yeah. Actually, I might as well show you one more time. I'm not going to show it again today because it's got about half an hour left. But if we go over to the desktop quickly, if I go over to my... Where the heck is it? Where's my Trello gone? Trello, there. So yeah, over on my Trello, right here, this is the mod pack for any map. Obviously, if you just click on that, you can scroll down to the bottom, you can download it here. If you go to show more, obviously you will need my categorizer because it all goes into the Billy Alpaca mods category stuff. Click on that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, you can actually get it right there. Just same thing again, click on there on the download and download it there. Obviously, for those now, what you should do is please read the description. If you scroll down to here, it says you also need JD Fans Butcher for the meat products, for Campbell's. The link is right there. All you literally do is click on that link there, and it'll take you to JD Fans Google Drive, where you can then download it from there. But yes, so far in the pack, we have the Chewing Tobacco Factory, the Small Coffee Factory, the Juice Factory, the Pallet Factory, the Ironworks and Iron Mine Shaft off of Silver Run. The Orchard and Plantations is in there. So all those orchard products we've had previously, they're obviously got their own mod pack now, along with anything like the tobacco, coffee, stuff like that. Also, what I have been trying to do is any products that are on Judith Plains, for example, so coffee, hops, stuff like that, they're also actually the same name as what's within the factories themselves. So if you have a field of... Oh, I'm trying to think. What is it? Hops? I think that's actually put down on the vines, isn't it? But yeah, if you've got any hops that's on the map, you can actually use that in the factories. If you've got any coffee, you can put that into the factories. So yeah, fair enough. Going on, obviously, the Pepsi factory's in there now. Obviously, it is a slightly smaller version, just so you're aware. Obviously, the Elm Creek Sawmill's there. The Sugar Mill. A smaller version of what we've had previously, let's put it that way. Seed for herbicide makers are in there now. Smaller Sam Adams is in there. So if you think of Sam Adams, how it was previously, it's a lot smaller now. By, I don't know, maybe an eighth, 10th, something like that. Let's see, the Juice Factory there. McCain's, that's in here now. We've got the Pickle Factory over. We've got the greenhouses added in. You got the Vinegar Factory, the Sugar Mills. Oh, that was in the previous one. Oops, ignore that. Obviously, we've got the grain mills in there now that we had previously, but smaller. Heartland Bread's in there now. The Vodka Factory's in there now. Plus everything that was released today. So quite a few. Been busy for the last few weeks. And yes, they will work on any map, by the way. How your version of the map differ from mine. So, let me jump over to here. So, the stuff that I've done personally. One, the sawmill. Somebody actually asked me to tweak the sawmill. So this is what got it all started, by the way. This sawmill right here. So for, I guess you have pallets of wood chips spawning out, don't you? Usually. With this one, it won't spawn those wood chip pallets. What you have to do is come over to the silo at the back and get your wood chips from there. Yeah, I do as well. I've had random chickens. I've a few weeks ago there was cows. Anything from like the animal dealer seemed to be spawning out, but that was a giant's issue that's now been fixed. But yeah, sawmill here. So yeah, you get wood chips from there. In addition, if you got loose logs, it will automatically unload into the trigger for the sawmill. Plus, this one also accepts containers. So I don't know whoever did your one, JD. Calcaman, they may want to have a little look at this sawmill and maybe tweak it. But the only problem is this one actually costs like 8 million. It's bonkers. See, yeah, 8.9, well, nearly 9 million just to buy this sawmill. Crazy. Hence why I've set up my own. But yeah, that was the first thing that got it going. Then the main farm. As you can see, all the buildings have gone. Actually, let me come into here a second. Go to flight mode. So yeah, all of the buildings, the silos from the starter farm gone. Obviously, I've been able to use some of my own off the in-game mod hub or base game stuff. Obviously, across here, there was the cow. Was the cows? Wasn't it over here? That's gone. Bye bye. I kept the sheep and goats over here. I also kept the cow barn that was over here, so that stayed the same. So a few buildings removed over there and on the main farm. Coming over to this one, this farm down here. Every building, every shed, animal shed that was over here, gone. Obviously, I've now turned it into a nice little sort of industrial area for some productions. So that's the big difference over here. Apart from that, the only other thing is there's been a few tweaks here to fix warnings and errors that were within the map itself for like field types and such. Obviously, my next aim for me personally, whether anybody else wants it, is I was thinking, as I mentioned earlier, where is it? This one here. This farm down here, I was thinking of removing so I can make it into one big pig farm. Or biggish pig farm. I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet. Ignore the mower down there. I was doing some contracts earlier. That's sheep and goats. That's cows. What's that? Is that a pig one there? No, that's cows as well. Does this farm have a pig farm then? Or pig pen? See, that's chickens. That's cows. That's definitely the sheep and goats. Okay. But yeah, just little bits here, little bits there. So yeah, Kaz just removed the starter farm buildings, and that's, you believe, okay. Yeah, obviously I know, like I was saying, Farmer Marks wants, and I'm pretty sure he's done it himself, which is a new member, by the way, if you weren't aware, Mr. Casket. Farmer Marks, he is now a member of the SGA. This farm here removed. I don't know. Obviously, it's not too far from the main farm itself. What have we actually got over here? Because I might actually keep it if it's got a pig farm. So that would be the sheep and goats. That's the main house there. That's a shed. I will say they have done a lovely job of it. They really have done a great job of the map itself. It is a pretty map. The only thing is, it would be nice if the buildings and stuff were able to be removed. That's the only thing I would say. That is cows. And it's kind of nice that they go under there. You got a big cow pen. I don't know. I might even keep this one as it is. Pigs right there. Okay. Yeah, things like this I never use. I hate fermenting silos. I don't know why, but I really don't like them. I like going out, cutting grass, waiting for them to ferment for the month or whatever it is, and doing it that way. Actually, I might keep this farm as it is. Obviously, I've got just had a crazy thought. Obviously, now that we've got Campbell's coming in, obviously I'm going to need some beef cattle. So I could set up some beef cattle over here. I could set up my piggies for the butcher over here. And we've got chickens right there. Heck, I could make this into a farm solely for supplying to the butchers. We got the sheep, we got the goats, we got the chickens, we got pigs. Look at that. I think I might actually use this as it is. Exactly, Mr. Wheels. And if I remember rightly, all of the pens are what, 500 animals per pen. See, the only thing I would do is get rid of that. I would get rid of this fermenting silo because I don't like it. Same with that right there, the tank. I would get rid of that, personally. It is, isn't it? It is. That is perfectly set up, I think, for all of your animals. You've got a few sheds here, a few sheds there. Obviously, you've got a grain silo over there. I don't know what the capacity is on it, but it is the drier one as well. That I would probably get rid of and maybe use my modded version because I really ain't fussed if I have a dryer on mine. So I'd probably take that away. Not quite sure. What's this shed here? Is that a repair bay? If it's a repair... Hey, look, a nice flicker. Yeah, I'd say that's like a repair bay. A vehicle repair shop or something. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think I'm going to leave it as it is. I like it. Plus the nice thing, if we want more animals, it's a very, very easy edit, by the way, guys. Just saying. If you can find the animal pens in within the map itself, you could even up it to 1,000 per pen. Oh. Sheep, yep, sheep are here. That's what this pen is right below me, Mr. Wheels. You got sheep right here, which can go underneath the road here and across the way there. Over the other side here, this one here is your cow pen. I'm pretty sure that's cows, which can then go under there. You got a huge area over the side there. Coming over to the back here, we've got a small pig pen, which is kind of nice. Be nice if it was maybe a little bit bigger, but obviously 500 capacity is fine. And then obviously you got your chickens right there. So yeah, the only thing that's missing technically is horses in here. That is literally the only pen over here that's not there. Terrible. You're hoping the big one was cows? Well, technically it is. Let's see. So that will be plot 136, valued at 500,712. It may differ for you guys because obviously I've got that mod that allows me to get it cheaper. Oh, look at this! I could even buy it. Obviously, if I was to buy it with my 42% discount from Walter, it's only going to cost me 290,412. Heck yeah! I got that. There we go. So let's just double check, see if my maths are correct. So over here, let me come down a sec. Because what I can start doing is getting some beef cattle and stuff brought over here. So yeah, so this one here at the top, that is definitely sheep. So this is Cooper Creek. So we got sheep pen, capacity 500. So that's going to be sheep and goats. The sheep can go, like I said, under the road, but as well as the goats. So they've got an extended pen over there. I don't know how good they are. We've got some wild boars roaming around. And there's an ice cream van around. I'm going to delete them. I swear I'm going to delete them. They're teasing me. They know I like ice cream. That's the problem. Excuse me. Around the corner here. Easy enough to spot. You got your chicken pen right there, so not even going to worry about that. But yeah, I do like these buildings. I will say I do like these buildings. That's definitely a vehicle shop there, isn't it? It is, isn't it? Or is it just a shed that looks like a... It's a well-decorated shed is all it is. It's not a vehicle one. Repair place. Where are we? Let's just have a look at the pig pen, which should be down here. So, pig pen, not bad size. Okay. I'll go with that. If it's like all of the others, it should be a 500. Yep, 500. Right there. Gonna get the... Gonna have to get the pig food going. Everyone, definitely gonna have to. Nope. And then, yeah, this one here, this building at the bottom is your cow barn. Milk at on the side there. What's up the top here? Anything? We got a hay loft, I guess. So any hay bales, straw bales, stuff like that could go in there technically. Where is the animal trigger? Right here. And 500 as well, yeah, so that'll be fine actually. As they are. And that kill. Proper milk and parlour as well. Oh, not bad building actually. Not bad building. And I'm guessing you can dump what, straw into there? Maybe the feed? Yeah, probably feed into that one. And your hay bale, straw bale, should say, into there for bedding. And yep, like I said, yep, you can go underneath the road on that. It's kind of cool. You got your slurry pit right behind here. Now, the only thing I have noticed is none of them seem to have a manure pit nearby any of them. It was the same with the other farm. So you would have to, if you want manure, look for a levelish area to put it down. I'm not really seeing anything around here that would be any good, personally. But you got your milk triggers right there, so you get your milk and buffalo milk out of there. I don't know what the size is like here. Could possibly have something there. But yeah, manure. That is going to be the only issue. And that seems to be the thing I've noticed with the blue farmers did. I think Farmer Mark's called it. The other one. Where I've got all my juice factory and all that. That was like that as well. Didn't have a manure pit. Same with the main farm. I like manure. I can use manure to make fertilizer. I don't... Yeah. And that seems to be a running thing with all of the farms. None seem to have a manure pit. Where was the pigs out of interest? Because that was pretty close to the cows. Did that have one nearby? Here's the pigs. Yeah, see, there's nothing outside here for manure-wise. Ooh. Well, the pigs have a manure point there. That's what that is. That's a manure symbol, isn't it? Is that manure or slurry? Actually, no, it's slurry, isn't it? Thinking about it. So you got your pigs, you got your slurry on there. Strawing for bedding. You got your feed over there. Obviously, buy your animals inside. Nothing for manure. Again. I do like those fans. I might commandeer some of them. Only kidding. Yeah. Manure is the big thing. It's like they don't like cow poop. Or pig poop. Oh, well, something to look at and work on. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a worthwhile farm, I think, for solely producing products to go to the butcher. What I might actually do is grab some of the cows, chicken, sheep, and goat from my other farm and bring them down here just to get started. But yes, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Let's see. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it as is. I don't see a problem with it. Don't know why Mr. Farmarks has such a big problem with that place. What were we doing? Oh yeah, pallets, wasn't it? Did I bring them down yet? Or not? Enter. Okay, pallets, done. I've got a few left over. What have I got? I'm pretty sure all three of these guys are now full of pallets. 40,000. Yep. We got, but yeah, Smirnoff, a lot smaller than it was. Kind of nice. 50. We've got the chewing tobacco. Yeah, we're gonna have to have a look into what is going to be next. That's going to be the fun part. And yes, just to remind you guys, ! fish in chat. Not fish and chips, just fish. I'll take this lot back. Might be able to drop the rest of these into the juice factory, actually. Thinking about it. I haven't filled that up in a while, so it might need a little topping up. And with all this modding, I still haven't got my wheel brought over, so I can use that when driving. So I do apologise for the dodgy driving, or dodgier driving. Oh, just to remind you guys, if you weren't aware, Mr. Casket Man will be doing a troll casket stream very, very soon. So yeah, if you're not following him, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. I've got a button here set up for him, so yes, he's going to be doing a farm sim one. I think is it this weekend? He's going to be doing the sim gaming thing, and then I think it was next week or something. Is going to be the troll casket, where you'll be able to affect his farm sim gaming. You'll be able to shut down his game or disconnect a header or a seeder. Obviously, at the minute it's 26 crops on one field, so you'll actually be able to go through and switch out the crops as he is planting them. The expo, that's it. So yes, definitely have a bit of fun over there. And give him a follow and catch him. The 30th, that's it, yep. The week B troll. Yes. That's the one. And you're very welcome, by the way. Sim Gaming Expo. That's it, yes. Yep. Right then, let's grab some metal. I'm not sure how much metal I've actually got in here because I did clear it out the other day. But yes, what if we can beat 26 crops on one field? It'd have to be like the big field at the top right of the map. Like 111 maybe. Do you think we could get 26 or more crops on there? Depends on the cooldown. That's the thing. If there's a cooldown, then yeah, he's got to get a lot bigger, a lot more, or a lot less, should say, on there. We got 17 pallets of metal at the minute. Let's do 17. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hopefully that's enough. Yep, there we go. But yes, True Casket is definitely, if you've never seen it, it's fun. It really is fun. It's like the time you really want Casket Man to rage quit. Oh yes. Oh yes. Anyway, I just realized my phone has stopped. I don't know if it's run out of battery or what. Oh well. How we doing? We've got about 10 minutes left on the stream. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yes. Oh no, I was actually thinking as well, Mr. Casket. You mentioned about bridges and stuff and hitting invisible collisions. I might have a look at that. I was actually driving down. Is it by Field 41? I think it is. Got that big long bridge. It's like 3 or 4 bridges all in one. I was actually thinking of removing the collisions on those bridges as they are and seeing if I could set up one collision to cover the whole lot. See if that would help any. I don't know if it would until we try. But that seems to be the prime one for me anyway, where workers or myself get hitched on something. Oh, these metal pallets are really heavy. That's not good. Making me unstable. And I'm being overtaken by an ice cream van. Oh my goodness. Really? Really, dude? That ain't gonna happen. See, told you. Right then. Let's do a couple into here. Actually, I just realised I don't know if I actually have a forklift in here. What am I more likely to get up and running? Let's have a look first of all. Product-wise, what have we got left to go into? Obviously, metal for making the containers, which not a big problem. The only thing I need really is the sugar, and this is up and running. Okay, definitely put in the metal into here. That'll leave me with about 7 pallets. What I'll do is I'll do a trip on up to this sugar mill. And we'll grab some pallets of sugar afterwards. And that'll be the Pepsi factory up and running. Alright. L 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Yep, there we go. Probably more likely to get the chewing tobacco up and running. So I'll pop the 7 into there first. Pop. Just like that. Yeah, the only thing I'm currently waiting for is to get his carton roll sorted out. Yeah, I think what we'll do over the weekend is I'm going to move the iron ore mining shaft to live with the other one. So we've got a nice little ironworks production going on over there. And where it isn't. No, excuse me. I keep burping. I had pizza earlier on. It keeps coming back on me. It's not nice. Yeah, we'll put probably NBC's paper factory down, so we can get the paper and carton roll going. And obviously, the nice thing is you could use wood chips with that one as well. And it now accepts containers if you weren't aware. Somebody helped Mr. NBC get that added in. Right then, let's have a look at how much sugar I currently have. Hopefully a little bit. I'm sure I put some sugar into it the other, when I place it down, so that'd be a good idea. But yes, yeah, so I'm guessing for next week's update we're going to try and add in Wolfie's Pizza. Obviously that is going to be a different building because the one that's currently being used is far too bleaking big. Alright, Mr. Jers, catch you later. Thank you very, very much for popping in. That. Nope, I want the other side, don't I? I want... There? Yep, there we go. Let's see, we have... Oh yeah, we got a fair bit in there. And far too much ethanol. Let's see, we got brown sugar, ethanol, molasses, sugar. 30 pallets should be fine. There we go. Seriously. Okay, I need to get a bit closer. Oh, that's a point. Did I put any sap in this thing? Sorry, keep banging my microphone. I do apologise, everyone. Sugar mill there. Do we... Wait, oh, I did bring some down. Okay, we can get that going. We can get the rest of these back up and running. That... Oh, I don't know if it... Yeah, I do. Sugar cane I haven't got, but there is a field right behind me. Working away. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Just got to get the sugarcane one up and running once the sugarcane gets harvested. Nice. Right, spawn goods. Let's do some more sugar. We'll do 10 more. Fudge monkeys. There we go. And we've just got to try and get them... Perfect. Right. Let's close you up. Ooh. Did I need yeast for the vodka factory? I can't remember. If I do, I could grab some... Not need sugar. No. Okay. Also, the nice thing is, if I get it up and running for the pallet side of things, I can always add in metal later on. There we go. Cool. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's been a... I will say, this last couple of weeks where they've had the builders in doing their bathroom, it's definitely... taken that out of us. Too many early days, not being able to get washed properly, that's not good. Do not recommend it at all. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Oi, 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 oi. Actually, no, I'm not going to bring any milk cows down. So my Holsteins, they can stay up there. Same with the buffaloes. They can stay where they are. I'm only going to bring down some chickens. And some of the sheep and goats. Primarily just for the meat. But the nice thing is that will then kick in more wool and goat milk, so even better. Even better. And sugar. Now we can get a fair bit into the Pepsi factory here. Let's open the door so I can see how it's doing. Yep, there we go. Got a little bit left over for the vodka factory there. So that should now be everything needed, I hope. For getting it up and running. Yeah, so the Pepsi, the Mountain Dew, and the Wild Cherry, obviously that will be put back in, which then converts it into the containers. So that's good. So we can get that up and running. That. We do have the metal in there, so I'm actually going to activate the containers as well. So what I'll do, once it starts making the Pepsi, the different Pepsis there, it'll automatically start converting it into containers. So see, so technically I should not have any pallets showing, only the container side. There we go, that'll do. That will do, that's cool. That is lovely. Oh. I need to have a little look at something in a minute. I've got some juice containers I wouldn't mind selling off. But I think, if I remember rightly, I've got a few more months before it hits the maximum selling price. There we go. But I'm sure I set it up to have a little peak a couple months before, which I think it was August. Let's have a look. Prices. But yeah, with any of the containers... Oh. Why is that one showing? Why is that showing too? They shouldn't be showing. It's having a funny 5 minutes. Oh well, maybe it's that one that it doesn't show in. That's okay then. Oh, here we go. We can get in that. Oh, no, we can't because I haven't got the individual product. But yes, yeah. If you've got the time-saving stock check, obviously the containers are going to show in that. Unfortunately, I keep forgetting about this. If you don't have it, then the containers won't. But its palletized version will also show you where to go. That shouldn't have a sell point at all. Oh no, that's something else, isn't it? What was I looking for? What was I looking for? Come here. Beets. So I could take that to... Well, that goes to February. Beet juice. Where is the beet juice? Right there. Yes, October. It has a slight peak in October. Oh, dang it. See, I'm right at the bottom. I'm in the worst month for selling juices. Okay, if I can get through August, September, as soon as October hits, I am selling some of the juice containers. I don't care, it's not the peak, but it's pretty high. Right then, so you are up and running. That is fantastic. Another factory is up and running. I've got the juice factory going, which is the final product. I've now got the Pepsi factory going. Yay! Right. How are we doing for time? We've got a minute. Okay. Under a minute. Like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Okay. Is anybody streaming out there at the minute, if anybody knows? Farmer Marks, Mr. Wheels, Casket, anybody? You will be in the couple? Okay. Yeah, because unfortunately I have to jump off now. I've got carers' responsibilities and real life stuff to do. But yes. Farmer Marks is up. Okay, he's doing Icarus, isn't he? With Preacher Murphy, I believe. Was it Icarus or has he got onto that road crafter thing? We could go over and say hello to Mr. Farmer Marks. I'm up to, 148 stream streak, so I don't want to lose it yet. Yeah, oh shit, that's fine, Mr. Wheels. I know you were ill the other day. He is doing Icarus, okay. Yeah, let's bring this over here a second. Park you right there. Stop. Icarus. Let's save you. So yes, obviously, if you do have any issues from the mods today or the updates or whatever, remember you can always contact me. Don't have warnings and errors and stuff in your logs, guys. Okay. If it's something that's coming off of my factory, let me know in Discord or through Twitch or whatever, and we'll try and get it sorted out. Okay. But with that being said, let's get over to the ending screen. Say a big, huge thanks to all you guys coming out today. Much appreciated. Yes, I was having some form of a stream anniversary thing. Yeah, not quite sure if it was 5 years or 4. I think it's 5 now. Oh my gosh. Seems just like yesterday. But a big, huge thanks to all you guys coming out today. Much appreciated. Obviously, a big thanks for the sound alerts, the stream streaks that I'm looking at the minute. Obviously, I know Mr. Green Thumb Farmer is celebrating a moderators celebration here for like 2.5 years. That's cool. But yes, I might actually just chill out this weekend and play the games rather than doing any modding. But let's have a look. Twitch. We have Farmer Marks is there. Might as well. He's on a BRB at the minute, which is typical. Typical Mr. Farmer Marks. Buggers off as soon as I think I'm going to go over and see him. Only kidding. Okay, no more mods for Farmer Marks, okay, guys, because I don't know if you guys heard, he had to do a restart on his save game. He was getting some strange warnings and errors that were popping up and couldn't be explained. So, yes. He ended up, I think it was yesterday, removing about 7 or 8 of his existing mods. Bless him. He's got too many, I swear. He must be hitting the limits already. I don't know. He is crazy. And obviously, with everything that I'm doing and what is going to be coming out, it's like, oh my goodness. Yes. But it was nice. He was actually able to get his dairy that he had edited sorted out. So it actually accepted the new, what was it? Coarse salt, I think it was, wasn't it? For some weird reason, he had the wrong type of salt going into it, and when he put it in, he missed about it. And it's like, oh, really? But then it turned out it wasn't actually in the correct trigger, so hence why he couldn't tip into it. But anyway, with that being said, he is now back on his little, looks like a raptor. So let's go over and see what Mr. Farmer Marks is up to over on Icarus. But yes, if you would like to see a little bit of a different style of playthrough, definitely check out Mr. Casket Man 20 later on when he goes live. And obviously Mr. Wheels is doing his own little playthrough as well. So yes, it's kind of nice seeing all these different playthroughs. It's cool because everyone's totally different. Yes, I'm sort of streaking ahead of Mr. Wheels. Obviously, I'm not quite sure about how much Casket's got going on. Seems like he's doing a lot of field work and not much factories, I guess, on his playthrough yet. But yeah, well, it is what it is. But anyway, have a great weekend, guys. Once again, thank you very, very much for your kind congratulations on the stream anniversary. Yes. Oh, yes, he's doing the Sim Game Expo for today. But anyway, have a great weekend. Catch you later, guys. Bye for now.